So this is going to be a series of videos. In this first one, I'm going to be talking about the capability of ChatGPT to analyze databases. So relational data. In subsequent videos, I'm going to be talking about its ability to do some predictive modeling on data sets. But in this one, it's going to be we're going to be asking the question: how well does ChatGPT do in querying a database? So here I have this GPT called Data Navigator demo, and it has three sources of data. So it has an SQLite database called Chinook. So if you're familiar, Chinook is this story data set that has a bunch of tables in it regarding the sales of musical artists, where the customers are, the employees that are selling the uh, records, and so forth. And then there's a couple of other CSV files that we're not going to be talking about in this video. So the first question I'm going to ask it is, how many artists are there in Chinook? So let me ask that question. And it's analyzing. Let's see what it's doing. It's connecting to the data set. It's finding the right table to query from. So it understands that I'm asking about how many artists there are. It's running an SQL query. Sounds correct. It looks correct. And the result, and then it gives me the result. There are 275 artists in the Chinook data set. Okay, good. Let me ask a slightly more involved query, and that also involves visualization. So say, give me a bar plot, total album, total sales by album, YouTube. Okay. So there's a couple of things here. First, it has to figure out that I'm asking, which source, like I mentioned, there are three sources of data. So it has to figure out that I'm asking about Chinook data. So it does that. So it kind of connects to Chinook, and then it grabs the information that's needed. So unit price and the quantity of units sold by album, by artist. So it has to do some joins as well. So it's not totally straightforward. And then it has to do some plotting. And there we go. We get the result. It's a nice looking bar plot. Now we don't have the ability to edit the code here. So we have to ask it a question. So let's say if I want to change the color of the chart, I'll say change the plot color to red or something, and it remembers what the conversation is happening, what the context is, and hopefully can give me a plot this time in red. And let's see how it does. And there we go. So let me ask a different question now. Let's see. Give me a table. Okay, so I'm asking a slightly more involved query. I haven't done this before, so let's see what it does. So table of sales by artists and the total number of unique customers that are inside the US and that are outside the US. So I'm expecting a table that organizes the information by going to a data set. Let me see what it's actually doing. So it's like a non-trivial query to write. And let's see, it's getting some data here, and then it's formatting that output in a nice little table. So it seems to be doing what I asked it to do, to give me a table of artists and the total sales and how many customers are in the US and how many are outside of it. And that's pretty good. And I can even ask it to give me a link to download the output, and it'll do that as well. And of course, with ChatGPT, you always have to kind of review the code to see that it's doing what it's doing. But this is just a demonstration of the ability of ChatGPT to do a couple of things. One, that it can connect to and query a relational database, and it can execute queries on it and give us the results that we want. So I think I would like to invite you to play with this GPT. Like I mentioned, the link is below this video. You can go and ask questions about the Chinook data, ask it more difficult questions, and see how it does. Comment below if it's failing, or if it's not doing what it should be doing, or if it's surprising you and it's actually giving you good results. So I think that's, like I mentioned, this is the first video. In the next one, we're going to be talking about sort of more advanced modeling. So we're going to be talking about the other two data sets that are in here that we're going to be using to explore the capability of ChatGPT to run some predictive modeling type analyses on those data sets. So till then, I'll see you in the next video, but feel free to comment below if you found this helpful, or if there are things that you'd like to explore, or even publicly available data sets that you'd like me to use in future demonstration videos. Thanks for watching.